Hello and welcome to this Inkscape tutorial. There are plenty of tutorials on the Bezier pen tool for Inkscape, but a lot of them deal with different options of the tool and not actual drawing as such. There are different ways to do that, I guess, but I'd like to show you one way that I find not too bad. You might want to trace a bitmap or an image, so I'll import an image, file import, and I've just done a rough outline of a fish or a shark. This one here, open, and just OK, and here comes my low res image. Notice if I blow it up, you can start to see that it's quite pixelated, and you might want to turn that into something a bit sharper using the Inkscape Bezier pen tool, which can be obtained by hitting B or this tool here. So I'll hit B, and I'll start down at the lower jaw of the shark or the fish. If I just click and then click and click again, we just do straight lines. But if I want a curve, and I usually go in sort of, quarter circle arcs or, something similar to that. Let's go to about here. Click and drag, and you can see that the thin red line follows the contour of the shark. Then not too far away, say click and drag, and you can get it fairly accurate. Now I'll just click here, but if I click and drag, say over here, oh, that's not too bad. Actually, that's not too bad, but I'll keep going. Over here, click and drag, click and drag. See here, if I click and drag, I've got a curve there, and I don't want a curve, I want a sharp fin, so I'll Control Z to go back a step, and Control Z again. I'll just click and drag, but I'll just stop by right clicking, and that stops the path there, but don't worry, you can continue. Now I'll just left click again, click here, and about here, and drag, and I'm back on track. Click here and drag, but it's a sharp corner, I might stop by right clicking, then start again, left click, click, go across to here, drag, here and drag. Just don't go too far, but you don't want to go too close either. Click and drag. I'll try here, click and drag, and because I hit the last point and it turned red, I've completed the path. You can see that's a fairly accurate path. If you want to go and adjust things because you mightn't have got it that accurate, for example here's a bit bumpy, hit N for the node tool and you can see the nodes appear. If I click here, for example, you can then adjust the gradient handles. You can pull to extend how far that gradient extends for, or back to there. Even this one you can sort of slide up. You can move them, rotate them, or you can drag them. But just play around with that. You can see here, I want that to, that fits in better there now. Even up here, I just zoom in. I might want to pull that point down. You can move points. By doing that, you muck up other things. That point's roughly in the right position, so maybe this gradient needs to extend a bit longer, so I pull the gradient handle out there. I'll Control and mouse wheel to zoom back out. Now the benefit of this is I can give this a colour, let's say a deep blue, and I can shift click this across to get rid of the stroke. Back to the select tool up there, click away. You can see that that is a nice sharp vector drawing of the original sketch. But the beauty of this is that you can hit a different colour, for example green, and change things very easily. You can also scale it up enormously. I'll do a gigantic version, and you can still see it's as sharp as anything. That's the advantage of a vector drawing. So back to there, and change colour to whatever you like. It's a very powerful program, Inkscape, being able to do that. If you discover that you have a point, sometimes you get points that are smooth and not sharp. I'll muck this one up deliberately. Let's just click on this, then N for the node tool. If I click that, it's a sharp point at the moment, which is this icon. If I change to a smooth point, you might think, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Go back to it, and you can click this sharp point. It doesn't alter it, but it gives you the ability to then drag these things down, and maybe in that way and create sharp points. So these are your tools, sharp point, a smooth point, that's a symmetrical one, and auto smooth, I'm not quite sure about that, but I just use these three generally. Got other things here, you can connect a straight line between 2 points or a curve, but play around with those, but these are the two main ones I use. Anyway, hope that gives you some confidence with the pen tool, which can be very difficult to master. I don't think I have it all, but I can sort of muddle through like I showed you in this video. Hope that helps. Until next time, thanks for watching.